Hello, it's Sadie. I wanted to come in and do a divine masculine energy reading. I'm channeling a lot of heavy energy right now, so I am going to say trigger warning with this reading. It is not everybody's reading. One size does not fit all. Do not make this reading fit if it is not your circumstances that you are currently in. So let's talk about the energy, and I'm going to just channel this part. What I was hearing was wipeout. Spirit kept saying wipe out. And what I was being shown was like somebody like either like on jet skis or going fast, like going towards their goal, going towards the finish line, and then wiping out right before they get there. And so this is very it's very much related to where the divine masculine is at right now. There was an energy propelling the divine masculine forward towards union, towards communication. Again, take it as it resonates. And then right before everything was going to pop off or take place, there was this energy of just everything sort of falling apart. And again, if this is not your story, this is not your reading. But I felt really called, even though I'm really upset, like the energy has me upset. It has me agitated. It has me irritated. My stomach is in knots. And I wasn't sure that I was going to do this reading, but I felt like really called to do it because there's somebody who needs to hear this message. So things were moving towards union, things were moving forward. Now there's this energy of wipeout. What I was seeing, couple things. Number one, the divine masculine has kind of like taken, 4 steps, 5 steps back, very much in their ego, very much trying to hold on to a semblance of control, very much I'm getting like throwing a pity party for themselves. The masculine has gone through a lot of change and transformation this year. This year has been very transformative for everybody. Everybody's going through massive change, massive upheaval. Even if your external circumstances don't show that, internally you're feeling stirred up. You're feeling that kind of anticipation of big change and knowing that big changes are going to take place. Okay, everybody is in that space right now. But specifically for this masculine energy, this masculine collective that I am picking up on, they were doing a lot of healing work. They were doing a lot of soul searching. They were doing a lot of personal growth work. They were really moving forward, and now it's like they've reverted back into toxic substances, toxic behaviors, really toxic and low vibrational situations, things they know that aren't good for them, but there's just like this energy of being stuck in it and not being able to move forward. The other thing I was picking up with this masculine, and Spirit's bringing me like the 7 deadly sins, they're really in that energy right now of like pride, lust, greed, like again, reverting back, almost like a lot of the work that they've done, they've kind of reverted back to older patterns of behaviors that they know are not good for them, but are sort of safe and comfortable and make them feel like they have some semblance of control in their life because of all the external changes and the internal changes that they're going through. And so, and this is no judgment to the masculine. That is the healing process. It's up and down. It is not a straight path. But because they're reverting back to certain toxic behaviors, and I keep hearing toxic substances, it's kind of got them in this space of delusion, illusion. Some of them, like going back to what I was saying with the 7 deadly sins, some of them are in a space of wrath, like they're just very angry, they're very vengeful, they just want to rage at the world. Others are in a space of greed, like just so self-focused, so materialistic at this time. Others, it's lust, it's hooking up with anything and everything and just sort of seeing whoever can give them attention and drowning their sorrows in that way. Others, it's substances. So take that as it resonates for your specific story, but the energy around the masculine right now is very heavy. Others are dealing with just a lot of grief and a lot of unprocessed trauma, especially regret and fear. Those energies are so strong right now for the masculine. And so why I'm bringing all this through is because, especially for those of you who union looked like it was imminent, everything was moving forward, everything was taking place, you were feeling on cloud nine, you were elated, finally everything's going to come together, and now you're kind of at a loss, like, what the F just happened? Like, why did everything just change like that? That is why. There are still some karmic cycles that need to play out. There's heavy karmic energy around the masculine as well. And when I say karmic, I am not just talking about a third party person. I'm not just talking about a spouse or an ex or a baby mama or a baby daddy or whatever your situation is. I'm also talking about karmic family ties and like karmic social structures, like, because the masculine right now is really struggling with who they are and who they know that they are internally versus how the external world sees them and how they want other people to see them and view them. And so there is this big conflict right now within the masculine, and that is part of the reason why they're reverting back to old patterns and behaviors that are not healthy for them or anybody else. There could have been contact in your situation, and then all of a sudden you got ghosted. There could have been like plans being made, and then all of a sudden plans changed. And so just know that whatever is going on in your situation, that this is part of the healing process for the masculine. And again, I know how hard it is to not internalize someone else's behavior, but you honestly cannot internalize what someone else does, says, or thinks, because it really doesn't have anything to do with you specifically. That is their trauma, that is their process, that is their projections, that is their fears, that is their grief. And the best thing that you can do right now is kind of cocoon yourself and retreat from any lower vibrational energies or bringing your own energy down. All right, that was a lot. That was a mouthful. I apologize. I'm rambling, but I just really needed to get the energy out because it is very thick. It is very heavy. With that, I am going to start with the Kipper because I was asked to use this deck today. We're just going to tap more into what is going on with the divine masculine, like what is happening here. Spirit, guides, angels of unconditional love. What do you want the divine feminine to know about the divine masculine energy at this time? I'm not looking at the cards. I will look at them in a second, and I'm going to pull 6. Well, there's 7 here, so I'll pull 7. So what is the story? What is the tea with the masculine? Thief, okay? They might be dealing with some sort of loss, something that was taken from them. That's where I'm feeling that rage energy. Dealing with a false person. Also, Wipeout, interestingly enough, because I kept hearing it, they could have literally been wiped out, like lost money on an investment. A third party person, if this was a spouse or a family member, stealing something from them, taking something from them that was theirs, because there's a lot of energy around just like wanting to rage, and the masculine being in such like an angry state. Again, that's not everybody's situation. For this thief energy too, it's like there was a lot of deception in the masculine's life around the masculine that caused some sort of ending. Coffin is about something that's shut, closed, the door is closed, it is ended. And so the masculine is dealing with some type of ending here. And this could also be related to a passing of a loved one or someone that they were close to. So dealing with the grief of that passing as well. Mature man, so this could be like a father figure, this could be someone that they just thought very highly of, someone in their lives that they were very close to. This also could just be like a parental figure, or even someone who was like a mentor. Take it as it resonates, but there was some sort of ending here for the masculine, whether it is an actual death or something that got lost or stolen from them that they're very angry about at this time. Despair. Yeah, they're just not in a space where they can give to the divine feminine at this time. There's just so much heavy energy that I'm feeling around the masculine mature woman. All right, so this definitely could be about parents, parents that are ill, parents that have passed on, family members. There's a lot of heavy energy for the masculine, but this is where they're at right now, in that despair energy. Distant horizon. So this could be something that they've been dealing with for a while, or something that they're going to have to deal with for a while. It's not necessarily a fast moving energy. Okay. And privileged lady. Again, if this is related to like a former spouse, they definitely are dealing with a lot of energies with this spouse or current spouse. This privileged lady is sitting pretty because they were able to take something away from the masculine and cause some sort of big ending, cause some sort of massive completion in the masculine's life that has brought the masculine to a space of despair. This also could be around family matters in general, parents, siblings, etc. So yeah, the energy for the masculine right now is very, very heavy. They are more focused on themselves right now, and if they've pulled away from this connection, that is why. Let's get into divine feminine and divine masculine energies. See what's going on. I am using the Lover's Path Tarot. Spirit, higher self, guides, guardians, and angels of unconditional love. Where is the connection right now between the divine feminine and the divine masculine? King of Arrows, giving you the cold shoulder. Definitely the masculine is contemplating and thinking about the feminine, but also has definitely distanced themselves from the divine feminine. Could also be watching you from a distance, but trying to keep a distance from you. There may be some communication forthcoming, but it's not loving, it's not open, it's not vulnerable. It's just, hi, how you doing? That type of communication, all right? 3 of Coins. Building, working on things for themselves, I'm hearing. And this definitely feels like the feminine's energy, where she's just kind of like on her own, wondering, like, is it ever going to work? Is it ever going to come together? Because the masculine is like off in the distance. 3 of Staves. Still strong desire to be with one another, a strong desire for union, a strong desire for the manifestation of this connection. Could also be like dreaming and fantasizing about each other, wishing and hoping things were different, but they're not. 3 of Cups, there's that third party energy, Sun on the bottom, and all of the 3s have come out, so you could be seeing a lot of 3s currently. 333, 313, but that third party energy, the third party right now is celebrating because they feel like they've gotten some sort of victory here. Five of Cups. I feel like the masculine is in the Five of Cups because of the lost energy that they're feeling, but I also feel like the feminine is in the Five of Cups because they're feeling the loss too. It just feels like, for some of you, it's feeling very hopeless. And there's a lot of fear because things are not moving forward in the way that you had wanted or the way it had looked like it was going to. So there's a lot of fear and restrictive energy. Three of Swords, heartbreak. Yeah, the energy is so heavy right now. Again, if you're not in this heavy energy, this is certainly not your reading. But for those of you who are, Nine of Arrows, thinking the worst. Eight of Cups. Feeling like they've moved on and wondering if you should too. Four of Swords, needing a break, needing to rest, needing to reflect upon everything in the connection, but needing that space for healing as well. One final message about the connection, Spirit. This is the Balance card, which is the Temperance card. So Temperance is also about having faith, trusting, knowing that everything is happening in divine timing. This is a time to alchemize your pain, turn it into motivation, turn it into power, and come into balance with yourself. This is also a time to really just focus on how you can heal yourself. Especially for those of you who are feeling this Eight of Swords, Three of Swords, Nine of Swords energy, and you're just in that space of grief and despair over your masculine and why things are not moving forward. You're just being asked to retreat. You're being asked to focus on your own healing at this time. Let's do some hidden truth. Spirit, what does the Divine Feminine need to know? What does the Divine Feminine need to know from the Divine Masculine? I bury myself in work to forget you. Yeah, they're trying to keep themselves distracted. Sometimes I stay awake thinking of you. There's that Nine of Swords energy too. Having trouble sleeping, thinking about you, thinking about everything. There's a lot of energy of regret too, or things that they want to say that they feel like they can't say. I love you. The love is strong in this connection. Don't give up hope, but focus on your own healing at this time. I know I was a distraction from your pain. It's funny that they're saying that, but I feel like this is more of a projection. Like, you have been a distraction from their pain, and now they're trying to distract themselves with other things so that they don't have to actually focus on you and this connection and their love and their emotions for you. But they can't escape it because they're staying awake thinking about you as well. I am not available. Some of the masculines are not available. This is just not the right timing for the two of you to come together. Bottom of the deck, you speak to me through music. So you still can be having very synchronistic songs and experiences through music and song lyrics where you're getting messages from your Divine Masculine. All right. Final messages, we're going to use the Sacred Symbol Oracle cards. Final messages for the Divine Feminine at this time. Final advice. And again, just love yourself through whatever you may be feeling right now. The energy is heavy. And it's okay to grieve. Spirit, final messages for the Divine Feminine. Home. You feel like there's a part of you missing. you want home with this person because they're where your heart is, and yet there's just a feeling of distance. Divine Masculine. What else do you want the feminine to know? Spiritual cleansing. Yeah, there is cleansing and healing that needs to come into this connection. Pray, sage, Palo Santo, whatever you need to do to cleanse your feelings. Say prayers for cleansing and healing of the connection. Trust. Spirit's asking you to trust. Faith is believing without seeing. You have to believe in them and believe in you and believe in love without seeing it in the physical. Truth. There is truth that's going to come out. There is communication that's going to be had. Final message, Spirit. New moon. So that truth could be coming out this week. Could be communication or some sort of truth comes out this week. Divine. So we got the divine counterparts. The new moon could also signify a new beginning as well in the connection. There does seem to be, there needs to be some sort of healing or some sort of truth or some sort of communication that needs to take place. But all in all, again, trust. Trust your heart, trust your soul, trust your intuition. Continue to love and value yourself and know that you are worthy of love, and do the healing work for you. Even if there is jealousy and interference, keep praying, keep asking for cleansing, keep cleansing the connection, and know that this will fall away once you get grounded and once you get stable within yourself and within your own emotions and within your own thoughts. So that is the Divine Masculine energy reading that wanted to come through today. All my love, because I know how challenging the energy is right now for those who are going through the challenging energies. It's heavy. But just know that God always wins. Love always prevails. And so no matter what it looks like on the physical, if you just trust yourself, trust your heart, trust your soul, trust your intuition, you're going to be just fine. All right. Sending my love. Take care.